I see a little correction that needs to be made right there. There it goes.
What is this? What is this shit? What is this?
What is that?
What is that shit?
Is it fixed? It's fixed. Oh, that stuff.
There we go.
Excuse us, production value increases.
Things that we worry about that most people don't notice.
Yeah, we're a little anal about our production value.
For good reason, goddamn. It's important. Welcome back, guys.
Who wants to watch the B movie?
Yeah, welcome back, guys, to Talking Guns number 8.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Oh man, and Olaf's back with his fucking pancakes and shit with carb-infested gooey goodness that I used to enjoy that I don't ever eat anymore because it's all about meat and veg. Yeah.
See, I don't really like pancakes.
Oh, he said pancakes were not had. He had a burger instead. Well, so I had a burger too, so I can't exactly knock him for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Whataburger.
My eating habits are definitely changed because of facial hair and where I'm eating them. Like if I'm out, I probably won't have a burger because it just gets like, and I've just got like grease mustache, and I'm like, oh.
You want flavor saver?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. There's another topic. Topics are being created for us.
We do need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Let me write that down. Actually, I've been hearing about Darksiders. Yeah, we do need. Let me write that down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello, United. Hello.
What's up, peeps? Everybody, amazing people. All right, so I think we should actually. I was gonna start with something else, but I say we start with your Infliction.
You want to start with my Infliction?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, why don't you watched it? So I'm gonna go ahead and I want to see what questions you have or whatever. You weren't there for the thing, I know, but I mean, you watched it, so.
So every time I've seen somebody, the fuck, goddamn that motherfucking back crawl bitch.
Yeah.
Goddamn. But every time I've watched somebody play this game, there's like something different, weird going on.
Hi, Babs.
What's up, bud? What's up? Hi, babe. Hey, babe. Babe. Oh. Hold on. We've got words for this.
Huh? What? Words?
Salute Cefaci.
I don't know what that is.
It's a hi, how are you in Romanian?
Oh, yeah.
I wrote this shit down. So
he wrote it. He wrote it down.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I also learned back when we had some Swedish people come in. I learned a little bit of Swedish. So, hur går det is how are you, and then they say good. How are you? Tack bara bra is me too. Thank you. I think.
Yeah, with the post-it notes. Yeah, he's probably got post-it notes all over his fucking screen and shit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
There's pieces of paper everywhere, but.
Warn you before. Wait, is he talking about Darksiders spoilers, or is he talking about fucking Infliction spoilers? I'm a little confused. So.
Oh, Darksiders? Okay, I'm sure he means Darksiders.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll like when the topic comes, we'll put it up on screen and talk about that. But I don't have footage of it because none of the rest have played it. But we'll talk about a little bit what I've been hearing about it. But so in Infliction, like every single time I've seen somebody play this game, it seems like something weird and different is going on. And one thing that will stay with me forever was I remember watching a clip from Bikeman where he went into a room, and I think he wasn't taking his pills, so he was going crazy in the game. So he went into a room or whatever. Isn't that a medicine mechanic in this one?
No.
No, that was
That was Visage.
Oh, Visage.
Visage
okay.
you had to take pills to maintain your sanity. So.
Okay. So it was. I'm pretty sure it was this game because it was this lady, but he opens a door, and there's the lady standing in the room doing the Carlton. Or whatever. And there was just like dubstep and flashing light. Okay, that was Visage. Okay, never mind. I was just like.
Yeah, that was Visage.
I'm just like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
All right, so different game,
different horror game. I can see the correlation. But go ahead.
But it's and from what I've heard you talk about when I was watching your VOD and stuff, is that like they don't push the stupid puzzle shit too much.
No.
Because every horror game I've watched somebody play or play myself, when it starts getting into stupid puzzles, then it's just like that's when it breaks your immersion, like you were saying in this actual video, this particular part when you beat it, or it's just like my immersion's gone as soon as that happens, because I'm like, okay, this is video game, not horror game.
Yes. We all know Justin is a huge hater of puzzles that are done too often in his horror games. I think it detracts from the whole fucking thing. That being said, since a lot of you are asking about Visage comparison to Infliction, Infliction is a lot more the same correlation of storyline as far as you have to play the game to understand what the fuck's going on. That is in effect. The difference is like anyway, I'm gonna veer off of Visage and just talk about Infliction, and then you can decide how those two compare because I'm gonna be playing both of them anyway. But I beat Infliction, so let's talk about Infliction. Done by Caustic Reality, one-man team. He had, of course, a little bit of help, but predominantly, you know, it was a one-man team. I actually, having beat the game, I have a lot more questions than when I started playing the game, because and I messaged him actually. I messaged Caustic Reality on his Twitter and I said, "Hey, was that it? Like, what's the story
He was
here?"
in one-man team, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has a marketing crew and all this other shit like that, but I mean, he McCleary was pretty much the team. And he's like, "Well, I'm not going to give you anything as far as like what the story was meant to do because it was meant for you to interpret it in your own way." So basically, I didn't miss anything. It was meant to be confusing. It was meant for you to draw your own conclusions from the story. So basically, you can play this game and beat it and still have no idea what the fuck is going on. Now you can put things together. Like, for example, you knew that, you know, they lost a child, and also that you're being haunted by the ghost of your wife, apparently, which is kind of the main premise of the game, is to kind of like banish your spirit. So you're going around gathering things so that you can banish the spirit. But there's a lot more deeper elements here. And then, you know, like, why is this happening? Is this actually a reality that's happening? Or and you can tell because just without trying to be too spoilery, it's like there's so many different theories you can draw from what's going on. Like, is this actually reality what's happening, or is it reliving a nightmare constantly? Pays homage to a lot of Evil Dead. Like, there was a scene where there was with a talking head mounted on the wall. Like, you remember the talking moose or the laughing moose from like Evil Dead 2? Just he a lot of nods towards like old cult classic horror movies in there, which I really liked. But just a lot of I enjoyed it. I recommend. I want to. Matter of fact, I'm going to play it again, and I'm going to do a playthrough where we focus on trying to gather all the memories from the game and try to piece together a theory that what we think is going on by just doing research and plugging just for the memories, because the memories that you pick up are saved in like a memory bank. So I'm going to go through that again just to try to piece together like what the hell is going on, because I mean, you can kind of get backstory on your character and the relationship he has with, you know, his kids and the wife and everything else. You can kind of piece together what occurred, but you're like, why? Like, what exactly is going on? Because just when you think you've got it figured out, yeah, she's gonna eat my face. Just when you think you got it figured out, you know,
She's hot. She's got a little bit of pistachio pudding on her face, but
that's
she
like,
wants to share it.
Maybe like that's like if you're into bukkake, because she got some weird ass fucking. Never mind. Anyway, we're not gonna go there. But just it throws another curveball at you. Like, all of a sudden you'll go into like this area where there's an asylum and it starts talking about dementia and all this other stuff, and it's like, what is this? And then the ending, like I said, I don't want to spoil it, but it's just like you're just looking like, what is this? And what do you mean this and that? And why am I, there's so many just little clues that are in there that like completely change what you think's going on. And it's like, okay, what's going on? And then you want to play it again and you just start noticing things you never knew before. And I just have more questions, and it makes you want to delve into it more to figure out what you missed. So it's just
Oh shit.
it's fantastic as far as like making you want to do it again. Plus everything's different. Like you can play it, like one person can play this and find some completely new shit that somebody else won't find. Visage is the same way. Like I played Visage and I thought I figured everything out. Well, it's early access. I determined everything. I played everything, and then I watched somebody else play it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? How are you in that zone? I didn't go to that zone. Why are you outside in the rain? I'm in a house. What's going on? So I love horror games like that. It's very PT style. You know, whatever the fuck. Whenever Allison Road decides to, oh my god, whenever Allison Road decides to come out, I mean, these types of horror games are probably by far my favorite. And yes, there's puzzles in this too, but they're not stupid. And what I mean by they're not stupid, like they're not so overly complex that they take away from the horrifying experience, you know.
Like trying to find the right symbol to draw on a dead tree thingy, whatever.
Oh god, did you have to bring up fucking agony? Really? God. Okay.
We're trying to find body parts. I remember that was one. It's like, where do I fucking find this last body part?
It was just stupid. Like you're detracting from the horror experience and you're making it fucking painful, man. Like this.
The problem Agony had that I saw was a fucker. God.
Did you punch your mic?
By the way, guys, new thing with Twitch. When you watch a VOD, every 10 minutes you get an ad.
Thanks, Geico. I'm not sponsored by you, neither is Nade. Fuck off.
We're just gonna put it on a different screen for a second here.
Yeah.
Geico sucks, by the way.
I'm gonna change those. That's actually my insurance. I'll change it.
Yeah, I had a Geico too, because they had the military thing, and I did save 15% or more, but then they slowly start upping the premium
I'm gonna
over
USA
time
or something. Yeah.
And that's what happened. But yeah, I use USA now. It's much better. Yeah. It was like after Geico started ramping it up, I think I pay like $80 cheaper now on USAA. So
yeah, wow, okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because I'm paying like a brand new car. I gotta have full coverage, and plus Oklahoma drivers suck, so it's like $150 a month. But yeah. I mean, I recommend Infliction. It's one of the horror games I want to play again just to figure out what I missed. And I told McCleary, like, please, like, I don't know what, like, he's got a twisted, demented fucking brain, obviously. Maybe that's, I like it because I got a twisted, demented brain. I should make my own horror game at some point, but whatever. Anyway, just
like,
awesome.
For example, in this video I was watching, there was a mechanic that was introduced at a certain part where she will possess you and make you kill yourself.
Yes. I've never seen that.
And I remember watching you have that happen the first time. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen that in a video game. Like, you were in the kitchen, and then your dude just randomly grabs a knife and starts fucking stabbing himself.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? And a little pop-up. By the way, you can be possessed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, yeah, there are certain cues while you're possessed that if you go near them, she's going to fucking kill you. And then I got, there was a one where I got close to a painting, and, like, he decided he was going to fucking put his face into the fucking painting and then pick up a glass shard and stab himself in the eye. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking awesome. I like these. Of course, everybody knows my aversion to, if we're talking about horror, usually, I don't know, maybe it's just Americanized horror is just too blood and guts and slasher and like Korean, Japanese, Oriental horror. It fucks with your head, and it's very, very, which is perfect. Like, it's supposed to be that way. So take a photo to last longer. See, and it gives you clues. I'm like, okay, well, let me take a photo of that, you know. But then I figured it out. Like we took a photo of the pillars, and the pillars actually showed the correct symbol on top of the symbol you were supposed to change, and it was like, oh, okay. So I mean, it wasn't like a stupid complex fucking thing. Nor
It's
did
like
I.
an interesting mind fuck.
Yeah, it's
Kind of
like
thing.
it's
Like,
psychological
oh.
horror to a T, and I liked that. I like it a lot. I recommend it. I don't know what it's going for on Steam, but I mean, yeah, go for it. Go for it. Absolutely, and it's cheap enough. So, but yeah, Visage is going to be my next foray to try to figure out what all I missed, because I missed a lot, and it's still early access. So Visage is just going to keep adding more and more and more to it. So if the horror industry, if you're listening, keep doing shit like this. Stop with the fucking Conarium. I'm not going to get into that. Stupid. You know, Outlast. I don't know what the hell is going on with Outlast 2. Outlast 2 was supposed to release DLC that explained the story more. It didn't. I don't know what's going on. Red Barrels, what are you doing? Like, what's going on with Outlast 2? What are you doing with it? You were supposed to do something and you haven't. So what the fuck? You know.
Why on earth would we talk to people about what's going on?
I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Horror industry needs stuff like this, and I'm really glad.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
I enjoy that last. Yeah.
Kind of goes along with what I was saying anyway, which is the rise of the indie dev, and now that Unreal Engine 4 is accessible by the public and stuff, and people can use it. I think you're going to see a lot more indie games of good quality, and this is a pinnacle example of one guy pushing out a quality product and making it happen through Kickstarter and whatnot, and he made a phenomenal fucking game. Horror game. Psychological horror is what he was going for, and he did it right. I hope to see more people do this, because there's an array of tools out there for Unreal Engine 4. Like, awesome. So I keep doing what the fuck you guys are doing, man. Keep pushing out stuff like this, because I was very pleased. Steam reviews agree with me. Shocking.
Fuck yeah.
So
hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, like what you were talking about with what horror is, I guess, for American horror. I mean, look at Until Dawn. It's like stupid high school people making stupid decisions. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't play Until Dawn. I don't have a comment on it. I don't know if you felt. Did you play it?
I've watched people play it, and I was going to play. I played a bit myself, and I was playing that with Android, and she was watching me. She got pissed off because I wouldn't play. I wouldn't game the game. I would play my way. So, like, wait a minute. What if I don't go over there? So I just sit there for 10 minutes, like, pull out my phone. Like, I wonder what happens if I don't go forward.
In this game, if you don't hurry the fuck up, she comes after you. Okay, yeah. That's what you need to have. You need to have that sense of element where you're never fucking safe. That's what killed me with the puzzles. Games that focus on puzzles is you always feel like, you're like, the game just stops. It's like you have to figure out this puzzle to advance, and there's no semblance of issue. Whereas like this game, if you take your I'm just gonna take my time and mosey on through, and then all of a sudden you start hearing the radio, which means she's coming after your ass. Like, she's going to materialize and hunt you down now. She will open fucking doors, and everything else, and she will patrol. So you're never safe. There's always this element of, I need to figure things out. I need to figure things out in a timely fucking manner, or I'm gonna get fucking destroyed. So that's like, the pacing on this game was perfect because you never felt safe. You felt like you always had to fucking hurry, or you had to, okay, she's banished for now. I bought myself some time. Let's figure out this puzzle real quick, because if I don't, I'm fucked. So it was great. Pacing was great. Pacing's all about, horror games, atmosphere. Yeah. Pacing is everything. So, and it ebbs and flows. It's like a roller coaster. There's high tension moments, and they come down, and you kind of feel a little bit better, but then it starts to, like, it ramps back up again because maybe you're taking too much time trying to figure something out, or you're on a time, it's or something. If you don't do this, something else happens, or there's consequences for you taking your time. So,
Yeah. Like where you don't yeah, exactly. Like Layers of Fear did a great job of I didn't even stop to think about, like I'm playing a video game, I guess, It was more
immersion. The immersion is the biggest. I mean, it's the biggest tool for me for games, but especially to horror games. If you lose that sense of immersion, it's ruined. It's fucking ruined.
Okay, say dark hallway, you hear like snarling coming from the end of it. Instead of me sitting here being like, why would I want to go towards that? Like the game makes me want to but I want to see what's over there, or I need to get over there. Fuck.
Yeah, like it's supposed to.
Man.
If it doesn't project an element of fear, then you've lost the point of the game.
Yeah.
Or a sense of urgency, then you've lost the point of the game. That's why horror games it's all about pacing. So if your pacing's fucked up, it's a puzzle game. It's a puzzle game.
Yeah.
It's a darkly dim lit puzzle game.
Yeah, no one wants to spend 3 hours in a horror game trying to find the stupid thing to get on to the next part.
Yeah.
No one wants to do that. Nope.
Like
fuck yeah.
Agony. I'm over here like, oh hey, look, it's a rolling ball of flesh. Hey, cool and scary the first 50,000 fucking times I saw it, but it's just like you're a fucking annoying goddamn rubber band ball of flesh that just keeps getting in my fucking way.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's what seemed Agony was. It was more of just like fighting the mechanics to get through things.
Yeah.
And I think I had this. I mean, I really liked Outlast, but there was a couple times in Outlast 1 and 2 where you're trying to get away from something that's chasing you and you can't hurt anything in Outlast.
Yeah.
But whenever they do thing is in front of you and you need to get around it, it's kind of immersion breaking for me when you force me to use a mechanic where all right, I'm just going to kite you around this pole or this fence because you're a stupid video game character and you can't just move around that. So you're going to do this on it,
Well, that's one of the cool things about this is it was like she's not a physical being. So if she can't get around something, she'll just materialize behind you or over there, for example.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, bitch. Woof, I'm a ghost. I was like, oh.
Fuck yeah.
There you go.
I want to see more games like that too. Fuck yeah.
So. Or she'll crab walk exorcist style towards you really, really fast and she'll change her pace. God, dude.
Stand up, go faster, then go back into it God damn it.
Because she'll creep, and then she'll just go down on all fours and just fly at you, and I'm like, oh shit, Okay, hey, Geico.
Yep, fucking Geico, man. Every 10 minutes on the dot. Every 10 fucking minutes.
Yep.
Started at 10:33 in the VOD when I was watching it, and then it was 20:33, and then I was just like, motherfucker, you son of a bitch. But yeah, fuck yeah, good shit. Hell yeah. So you did play some Insurgency Sandstorm recently.
Yes, this morning I did. I heard about some positive changes. I heard about some optimization changes. Did not have the frustrations I had the first 2 times I played it and refunded it. Like I said, I'll 100% honest. I played it. I bought it, refunded it, bought it, refunded it, and bought it. So I paid for the game 3 times. Technically, I only paid for it once, technically, because the money came out and came back in. But I've bought it and refunded it twice, and then bought it again. Much better, much more clean, better put together, a lot more optimized. Was a good time. I'm sure there's gonna be further tweaking going on, but again, the sound and everything else, it's solid.
It looks pretty, except for the frames dropping here. But
every once in a while the frames will drop. Ooh, I didn't know that was occurring. Oh yeah, I think I modified my video settings so that wasn't happening.
Do we need to jump later?
Yeah, we need to, please. That's
okay.
That was early on when I had to adjust video settings. Yeah, that's no. Seraphim, but yeah, there it goes. It smooths out. Just it felt good. It felt good. One of the things I'll say about it is, one of the few games where you actually feel like, how weapons are every time you shoot something, it's always spongy,
Yeah.
Or it feels like you don't really have a tool of death and destruction in your hand like it's supposed to feel. This one does. They actually got it right. You know,
Like you're shooting fucking bullets.
like you're actually shooting. Like,
Not
yeah, see, I caught that
paintballs until
guy.
the guy calls hit. You know, like hit.
It's like I caught that guy and smoked him. I'm on semi the whole time, by the way. I'm not putting on. I've been on semi like 90% of the time I play this, and it works just fine. You know,
Fuck yeah.
your accuracy matters. Your only hits count. You know, that old adage.
So as a base for somebody that has no idea what Insurgency Sandstorm is, what is it?
Insurgency Sandstorm is a tactical, a hardcore. Let me. What's the $10 phrase I want to use here? If you played the first Insurgency, this is a prettier graphic with more tactical mechanics to it. Prior Insurgency. Now I can say that because the updates made it that way. Before it was different. Yeah. Because of the different game modes, it's hard for me to meticulously point out what exactly it is. Game mode change because there's a co-op mechanic, and there's a versus mechanic, and there's a competitive mechanic.
Co-op is in versus AI?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
kind of like in the ground branch realm of things.
It kind of is. I mean, I would say before when I looked at this, I was like, this is not a tactical shooter. This is an arena-based shooter. This is more like this is about as tactical as Counter-Strike. You know, I'm like, yeah, okay, no. And then when they started pushing updates, I'm like, okay, I can probably call this a tactical shooter because you can play it that way. Did you play Rising Storm 2 at all? Think along those lines where you have a commander.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a commander. You have an observer that can call in fire support. Okay. You have different classes that do different things with different attachments and whatnot. So it's more along that realm. But I didn't really like Rising Storm 2. So, but I'm enjoying this.
Well, I had a lot of people be like, "Oh, Rising Storm, Red Orchestra, you should try them out and stuff like that." And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's gonna be like every other fucking online game I play, where I'm just gonna get pissed off because there's like, dude, this thing's OP, that thing's OP. Fucking players are shit.
Well, that's one of the good things I liked about this. There's not a OP weapon. Like everything can kill you within one hit. That's one of the great things about this. I could go into a room down my corner, sweep across the room, use 4 rounds if I so chose, hit 4 people and kill them. Easy, if I wanted to, you know. Like I said, you feel like the weapon, the weapon in your hand is actually a powerful tool of death and destruction, as it should be. So that's one of the few games that captured that essence, other than like other mill sims and shit, right? So it still kind of has that arcadiness to where you can have people that play arcadey style and do relatively okay, but if you can play it slow if you want to. You can play it methodical, and it rewards you for doing so. So it can also be very frustrating to a newer player because you have to kind of get a feel of the pacing of the game, and you'll be maybe going down a long alleyway, and you're not used to the map. Having to have map that has overhead, like checking high and low, and you'll get smoked by somebody down a lane that you didn't even fucking see because he's elevated somewhere on the rafters or something. So, I would say it is a tactical arena-based shooter. There you go. So, tactical in the sense that you have to, you've got, realistic weapon damage. You've got authenticity as far as reloads. You got authenticity as far as mag changes and whatnot.
And it does say beta up in the top corner,
right? But still not so grandiose tactical like say Ground Branch or Arma or anything like that, because you're kind of limited on the plane. So it's more of an arena-based shooter because there's only certain places you can go, and there's certain boundaries where you can cross. That's where when I first played it, I was like, I kind of scoffed at saying this is a tactical shooter because you were kind of limited in the battle space that you could occupy. So it's a little bit more arena-based than that, but it's tactical in this essence that you need to use meticulous thinking and whatnot to do it. But it's still primarily an arena-based shooter at its core. It's just a lot more of a hardcore hardcore fan base as far as that. So, you know, like I
So
said,
how's the player base feel?
now
Yeah.
it's a lot better.
God damn it, Grandpa. Assuming he's referring to the when you were clean shaven.
Oh shit, motherfucker! What an asshole! Damn. God.
Oh man.
Fucking love you two guys.
I trust he's been dealt with.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Fucking Grandpa's awesome. He says he's having problems with the pacing. I did too initially, and then I kind of fell into it. But what the hell did you even say? Grandpa fucked me up on that one.
I was asking how's the player base.
Oh, player base is a lot better. Before, of course, when you first got into it, you had I kind of had the same feeling with this as I had with Squad, where you had, you know, a bunch of fucking goobers, and then the people I played with, and I played with randos like for all the games I played, and they all seemed like they were very. Well, they all definitely sounded like they hit puberty. Let's put it that way. And then they all seemed like they were having a good time, and they were thinking.
They wanted to win, not just Call of Duty shoot people in the face.
And they weren't being pieces of shit to each other. You know what I mean? Like, you fucking suck, you piece of shit. This team fucking blows dick. Blah 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 blah. It was. He was like, God. You know, the one thing I heard was one guy was like, God, can you guys do anything? And the other guy was like, Oh, I just bought this game. And he's like, Okay, that's understandable. I'm just a little ragey, a little salty right now. And I was like, Holy shit.
Somebody used logic and stopped and thought about something?
Yeah, like I didn't hear anything at all that was like people were just shitting on each other for no fucking reason or anything like that.
No.
It was the comms were very focal pointed on the game itself and just getting better, trying to coordinate, which was very nice. It was a very positive experience for me. So, and that's exactly what everybody wants.
More about it, yeah.
You know.
Fuck yeah. Except for Bob here just shooting the wall.
Well, you know, we're talking about vocal communication, right? We're not talking about, you know, Bob and the Fob doing stupid shit.
Well, I look forward to seeing more when you play more and watching more myself, see if it's something I want to get.
Yeah.
And speaking of the segue coming up here, speaking of games where communication is key and it gets fucking terrible, we've been playing some Battlefield, everybody.
See, that's everybody went to Battlefield 5 that was talking shit in this game. That's what I think happened.
Yeah.
I've not played it.
Yeah.
Hell Let Loose is on my fucking agenda, though. Battlefield 5. Nade and I can definitely talk in depth about Battlefield 5. So, Nade?
All right, so I have something I definitely want to talk about with Battlefield 5 here. So, I've been mainly playing this off stream because this is one of those games that it requires a lot of focus, and I also like to just kind of like enjoy it with some of the people in the community off stream. So I'm not like ignoring chat or whatever. I like to, that's just my style, you know. It's just me or whatever, you know. It's not necessarily you're ignoring chat, but I like to talk to chat and not hurt the people that I'm playing with. But whatever. So I'm playing a lot offline, and I noticed that I wasn't performing what I felt like I should be. Like I was getting shot by a bunch of people that I couldn't see. I was, you know, I'm like, I'm not a fucking idiot at these games. I can get people, you know, like, shouldn't be a problem. So I went and watched a pro tip video, and the pro tip video, what was his name? I'm trying to remember what his name was, but he pretty much for 11 minutes rapid fired mechanics in the game that I didn't even know were there. Like you can sprint while crouching, you can shoot grenades. The closer you are to a flag, the faster it caps.
I didn't even fucking know that.
You can shoot down enemy flares. You can like certain, and then I watched some videos on certain builds for weapons, like the reasoning behind that. And then I would talk to Ty, who knows a shit ton about Battlefield, and there's apparently a fuck ton of hidden mechanics in the game they don't even tell you about, like damage multipliers on certain parts, which makes sense for vehicles, right? Like if you keep hitting the same part, it's going to start degrading that flank of the vehicle or whatever, so you can get a pen and do more damage or whatever.
Where we went on our AT run when I called that in. Yeah.
Oh, this was fucking sick, dude. This was This game gives you some great moments, and so what I ended up doing is I started doing that. I started using all these tips and stuff, and I noticed that my KD started going up, even playing as a medic with the shitty medic guns, you know, like so. And then I took it a step further because it was on this map that I tried it. I was just dinner was cooking, and I hopped on, and it was on this map, and I was getting fucked, and I was just like, this is fucking just, I'm not enjoying this. What can I do? And then I remembered, you know. I remember the thing that professional gamers do where they turn all their settings on low. So I turned everything on low, and instantly my KD went.
See, I didn't do that. I have certain little tweaks that I do. I turn off motion blur. I think everybody turns off games.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing is ADS depth of field. I don't like losing situational awareness of the battle space. So the fact that when I zero in on, I have a picture-in-picture, right, for the optic, and everything else blurs around me, I'm losing information about the battle space because everything just blurs. I don't like that, so I turn that off immediately. And you know, we're gonna get into a little grunt tactical stuff like that. You know, if you can gather information, situational awareness, you're more likely to, you know, run through your OODA loop faster and orient to the target and shoot threat, blah blah blah, right? But
yeah. Yeah, I had all that stuff off, and then I was still like getting pinged by people I couldn't see. And on this map, when I turned everything on low, I was like, holy fuck, I can see everybody. I can see through bushes. I can fucking, like, I can see people. I can see everything. Like the fog effects wouldn't block people. Like, you know, ideally I would like it to be realistic. You know, like if I shoot it, like I shoot a rocket, there's going to be a trail of smoke, and that's going to obscure my view. That's fine with me, but you know, if I'm playing against people that have their shit on low, then fuck it, I'm gonna do it too. And especially with the increase in performance I saw, it was just like, well, all right, I guess this is what I'm gonna do now. Like,
competitive game, man.
The other day,
is what they do.
Yeah, like I had a game, what was it, like 2 nights ago, where I ran support with the KE7, which apparently is gonna get nerfed. There's been some talk about that because that thing's ridiculous, but I went like 50-9. And was able to call in the V2, and goddamn, man, calling in a V2.
You went 50-9. I thought my like 40 and like 17 was good.
Yeah, yeah. Putting everything on low and using the most cheap gun in the game is just, yeah. We fucking wrecked it. I think we single-handedly, our squad made it, so we got a victory on that round. But one thing I will definitely say about Battlefield that they do really, really well is they make it so that you actually have to fight your weapon to hit what you want to hit. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not just this fucking BB gun thing that doesn't recoil, doesn't shake, you know, carbine, like, yeah. Well, the carbine's pretty crazy, but it should be, right? Because it's a fucking carbine.
Well, it takes 5 hits to kill somebody for 20 points of damage.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I mean, there are some guns that are exceptions to the rule there, but it makes you have to like learn your weapon and get good with it, and like to understand that as a medic with a submachine gun, I am not going to be engaging people at distance. That's not my job. So I'm going to hang back, let you guys do it, and I'm going to fucking aid you when I need to and stuff like that. And then I'll watch the flank in case anybody rushes us or something. Or like, oh shit, we're rushing a building? All right, this is my shit now because I've got a submachine gun. Let's do this. Or what have you. So it's been fun to learn like how each weapon or each subclass, the way they're meant to be used effectively and stuff like that. And I've been enjoying that, and how it really, because of that, it really pushes communication with your team and using your team's assets. Like, you got a sniper, like, dude, we got this fucking guy. We're gonna hunker down until you take out the sniper. Then we can move up.
Don't forget fortifications.
Yeah, or fortifications too. Yeah, build up shit.
Yeah,
got a lot of good.
Nade's off-stream pleasure. So
yep, it's my off-stream pleasure. Yep. Were those tips transferred to console? Maybe do a short vid on settings and explain why. See, this brought up the conversation with me, or the thought of me, like with me of like, I guess console with competitive shooters is kind of arguably a better platform for being even in that regard for game settings, because you can't really change that stuff. and the other guy has the same thing you have. He's using a controller. Well, he might have a fucking Scuff or a X Pro, whatever, Elite, whatever the fuck. But like, he can't go in there and like turn down his graphics so that he can see you better.
See, Battlefield 1 actually had a lot, like probably the most graphical settings adjustments I've seen in a game. So,
Okay.
like they had depth of field adjustments and motion blur adjustments and all stuff like that, at least in the console version of BF1. So I imagine it probably transferred over to a certain extent. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't know then. I wouldn't know. Because I don't have it on console, so I wouldn't know. And I haven't played. I don't usually purchase first-person shooters or even want to have a first-person shooter on a console. So
I'm not buying anything on console. I'm done. Like I'll play some of my console games on there, but
exclusives.
I'm pretty set on my machine.
This fucking game right here, God of War. Have to play it on a console. And this fucking game right here, have to play this on a console. But yeah. So I wouldn't know, but I bet you there are some videos out there on that.
Probably.
So. But yeah, it's like we talked about last time. The point being brought up about like it's great and it makes complete fucking sense that, like you were saying with fortifications, like if you can destroy the world, it makes sense that you can build up something to help yourself. It may not be like you're building a building, but you can put up sandbags and shit like that. And what's really cool in that tip video, one of the things they talked about is like what can still penetrate what. So like an MMG or like mounted machine guns and tank machine guns can still shoot through sandbags for reduced damage, but they can still shoot through sandbags. Mm-hmm. And depending on what kind of wood it is, you can shoot through that with like a pistol at reduced damage, you know, like at the lowest. But, you know, like that's why when you're trying to hide from a tank and it's fucking lighting you up with a machine gun, it'll shoot you through the building because it's a fucking machine gun on a tank. Come on. But yeah, so things to think about there with when you're shooting people and stuff, that like if they're behind just like a fence, you could probably shoot through it. There's
a catchphrase. Things to think about when you're shooting people.
1, how long have you had that boner? 2, when's the last time you oiled your weapon? 3, and I'm not just talking about your gun.
Think about hey. Think about that shit afterwards.
Yeah, you goddamn right. But yeah, it's there's this thing they're doing with Battlefield 5. Chaz was telling me about this, where if you have the Origin Premium or whatever, that sub shit, apparently you get drops. Like they're gonna give you a consecutive amount of time. You're gonna get like in-game stuff because you're a premium member. So I would assume that's just gonna be outfits and skins and stuff like that. But only cosmetic things, which I mean, I guess is, you know, a little added bonus. But I guess we are entering a phase of video games where you don't always have to pay $60 for the game because like of Xbox Premium Pass, whatever the fuck that is. Origin's doing the Premium Pass thing too, where you pay like what, $10 a month and you get access to like Battlefield 5 and stuff. Like you don't have to buy the game, you can just have the sub and play the game, and then just cut your sub when you don't want to play it anymore. But we're entering an age like that where games as a service are going to be more as a service, where it's a subscription thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys do you fly, guys? As in
fly.
The planes in the game? I
when I figured out that I could use my fucking arrow keys, I'm gonna. So when I fly, the mouse gets put down, and it's strictly keyboard.
That's what I should have done. Because when I first tried it, it was like, this is my mouse, and me having to do this just to turn around. Like, I'll get around. Don't worry, guys. I'll get turned around here. Also, I found out the hard way that you cannot change your pitch with a bomber while you're in the telescope view to bomb shit. So I smacked into some stuff and made myself look like an idiot. Because I just like, why isn't it pulling up when I'm doing this? And I just went.
Well,
God damn it.
Lessons learned the hard way.
Yeah. Guys, another little tip that the game doesn't really tell you, sort of. I mean, it's a pretty easy thing to figure out. When you're flying planes, bombers, shit like that, one thing that you can do is some of the planes have flares that you can drop for dudes on the ground, and the flares spot people. It's like a beacon. So like on their mini map, so it'll put them on the mini map where there's enemies and stuff like that. It won't spot them on your screen, but it'll be on your mini map. And also, if you want to resupply, just look for anywhere where there's like a triple stack of boxes, like ammo, health, and whatever other shit sitting there, and you can just fly like through next to that icon, and it'll refit you. I didn't know that until I watched that video, but yeah. Then again, I've been out of the Battlefield game for quite a while, so I didn't know. But they have added quite a few mechanics to this game, period, compared to the other Battlefields, and it's made me really enjoy it actually. So yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a bad experience playing it, except when my eyeballs get tired.
Yeah.
Then I start doing shitty. But that's just any game.
Or your teammates are fucking stupid.
Well, that too. But whatever.
Yeah, teammates are fucking stupid, dude. Goddamn blueberries, man. Fuck off.
Blueberries are always gonna suck, dude. Just the way it is.
Yeah, I mean the last couple nights that I've been playing this with like Chaz and Seraphim, and we had United in there too. We were whenever we were on a flag for Conquest or whatever it was, we were holding that fucking flag to like tooth and nail, man. Like you will not take our fucking point. I don't give a shit. We're gonna hold this. Like I'm on support or whatever I'm doing, and I'm like, all right, I've got this lane because that works for my weapon. You've got sniper, so you're working this. Let me open up these buildings for you if any snipers get in there, so they don't have any like cover, and stuff like that. And we're working every sector to our advantage. And then it takes like eventually when the entire team starts trying to take that point that we finally actually get killed. And then we look at the map and the rest, all the other blueberries, which if you're not familiar with the term blueberries, it's all these blue dots everywhere. They're blueberries, teammates, are just losing everything left and right because they're terror bad and they don't understand the concept of hunkering down and covering lanes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
why would they?
Yeah. Why would they, man? Fucking stupid. Or like most of the time there's only 2 or 3 medics actually on your team. But yeah.
Fortification mechanic is putting sandbags down, building up concertina wire in front of the said sandbags, building ammo crates, building medicinal crates, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, funny, Olaf. That's actually a subject.
We got that shit, man. Talking Guns, your main source for gaming news and gaming talk show.
Oh, I thought it was the main
Brought
source.
to you by Justin Red 87 here, Marine and Nade Face, Infantry Grunt.
I thought it was your source for my opinion on shit.
That too.
And Nade's opinion on
laden with the F word and the S word, and sometimes the C word.
Oh.
And I'm not talking about goddamn. No, fucked up. I was gonna say porridge, but that starts with a P.
Porridge.
And I'm not talking about.
I mean, never mind.
I'm not talking about clams. The other word for clams, if you know what I mean. There we go. All right. Yeah. Pleasantly surprised all around. Thank you, fucking Big Head. By the way, it's his goddamn birthday today. Happy birthday, dude.
Yeah, I left him nice. I'm not gonna sing because I already left him a fucking singing voice. Wife is making fun of him meticulously for, I'm sure, right now.
Good shit.
So.
Fucking shit. Good dude. Some good peeps.
I'm sure he'll watch this later and be like, motherfucker. So, yeah. Oh man, BF5.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to more. Oh, so they're pushing out. I think this is the other thing that's got something coming out on the December 4th. I think it's December 4th. They're pushing out another story edition.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, another like the episodic story stuff. I haven't even played the story, which is the first time ever with a video game that I've done that because I've just had so much fun with the multiplayer. But
I think I played one mission, maybe.
Yeah, the one it forces you to do when you start.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's never happened before. So yeah, they got that coming out soon, and I really should just have a stream where I sit down and just play the storyline.
I'm sure I will.
See how that
I'm
is.
sure you will, or somebody will, or somebody's gonna do it. So.
Yeah. Goddamn right. All right, so boom, Battlefield, pleasantly surprised. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, you did play some more South Park.
Yeah, I did, and I mean, I don't really. I'm not gonna occupy a long segment of this. I mean, South Park Fractured Butthole is Fractured Butthole, man. It's South Park. I mean, I'm not even gonna cover it. It's just hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. It's a good time, and it's got good RPG mechanics and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and keep going on and on and on about it. It's just a blast to play for those of you with a sense of humor for South Park. It's really it. It's really it. It's really all I need to say about that.
And it makes you keep coming back to it, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, it's my. I had a fucking shitty day. And I want to let's play this, and I don't want to have to think about it. I just want to sit, relax, lounge, and have a good time. So
that's been Red Dead for me.
Yeah,
been exactly that.
Fucking, I'm holding off.
Yeah.
Not
Speaking
doing
of Red Dead, do you have anything else to say about?
No, there's nothing.
No.
Nothing more. There's nothing monumental to say about it. That's like knocked me off my like a new mechanic or anything else going to be any different than what it is. You know.
So, exactly like Justin was saying. Not one, god damn it, two. Red Dead Redemption 2 has been a game for me that like exactly that. Like I just want to sit down. I want to play a game where I don't care what the fuck I even accomplish in the game. I just want to enjoy it. I don't give a shit. And Red Dead has been that game. Like I'm only on chapter 2 and I've probably put about 40 hours into the game by now, maybe 30 to 40 hours in the game, and that is way behind compared to everybody else because I haven't been doing story. That was actually an interesting thing happened since I've been doing so much side content with hunting and other stuff like that. The camp of our posse sent somebody out to find me because I hadn't been to camp in a while.
That's fucking sick.
He was like, "Yo, Arthur," and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I think it was John, and John was like, "Yo, where you been, man? We've been worried." I'm like, "Oh, I've just been just doing my own thing." I'm like, "All right, well, I'm glad to hear you're good. We were awful worried about you. Do you want to come back to camp with me?" "No, I'll stay here a while." And he's like, "All right, well, have a good one." And I was like, "Okay, all right." Oh, this part I was in a region where I had like a $300 bounty because I robbed a train and killed a bunch of people. So these bounty hunters kept coming after me, and I eventually found a camp with. Well, what happened? See, what happened is it's a common story, right? You're going along.
Gave into the dark side is what it was. Wasn't even around for that. Can't blame me.
Well, what happened was I found one of those hand carts on the railing of the railroad. And so I was like, well, I got to get on this fucking handcart and see how it is, like how fast can we get this thing going or something if I go down a hill or whatever. And so I started going along using the handcart, and then I eventually hit a bridge, and then a train was coming. So I cut off the train and I got off. I was like, I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder what's going to happen if I just leave it there. So I got off, and then I went and stood on a rock, and I was watching him, and the fucking engineer was like, "Yo, what the fuck? Move that shit," and he was like getting pissed at me, and then he like honked his fucking shit at me, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here." And eventually they got really pissed and started shooting at me, and then it counted against me and I started shooting back. But nice. I just left it there, like so that's how I robbed a train and killed everybody on board.
Oh.
But yeah. I got quite a bit of money out of it though. I think I got enough money off that train to pay off my bounty for murdering like 30 people. Yeah. You know what's ridiculous about Red Dead? Yeah. The thing that's ridiculous about Red Dead is, inflation. Like, money was worth a lot more back then. So I had been traipsing the map trying to find a perfect ox skin for this jacket I wanted, right? Because I've been doing a lot of hunting and stuff like that with the trappers, and they make you stuff. But the only ox I'd ever seen was a farmer's ox, right? So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to shoot this farmer's ox. I'm going to shoot his ox, and I'm going to take this goddamn skin. And of course, you know, he was out on his farm when I came across the ox, and it happened to be a perfect one because you have to have a perfect ox, and you have to take it down certain animals in a very specific way so you don't damage the pelt. Usually, whatever will do it in one shot. That's not like if you're going after a rabbit pelt, you're not going to use a bolt action rifle because you just fuck the thing. But so I shot the ox. Farmer gets pissed. I shot him in the face. His buddy from the house comes running across the field and starts shooting at me. I shot him in the face. And I only racked up a $5 bounty. So that's 2 counts of murder and animal cruelty was what it was called because I shot his ox. $5. I don't understand. It's whatever.
Maybe they didn't witness it. I don't know. Nobody, you killed
there
all
was
the
a witness that got away. Yeah, there was a witness that got away. And I've seen people play this and it devolves into you do something and then a witness sees it, so you kill the witness, and then somebody sees you kill that guy, then somebody sees you kill that guy, then somebody sees you kill that guy, and it's just like it would just be easier to just not and just like go pay the bounty before it reaches $300. So yeah. Man, that's a great fucking game, man. I just get lost in it. It's pretty, even though it's only on a PlayStation. It is a PlayStation Pro. But I still have the problem with things rendering. If I'm moving too fast, things will render in front of me. Or at distance, things don't render. So you really can't do any... you can't really do anything past 200 meters. You can't in this game. So... But... I did have a little interesting thing happen during this stream, if I can find it. Let's see if we can find it. All right, I spent like 3 hours trying to get that damn pelt to a trapper. Where is it? There it is. So I found this cult place, and was this before or after? Yeah, I found this little cult shack where everybody committed ritualistic suicide.
Oh, wow.
And there was a note that said, like, on the half moon at midnight, that's when they committed the act. So I was like, all right, so what if I go rest and I come back at night and there was a fucking UFO? like this beam of green light comes down into the shack. I guess I can't find where it happened. It's somewhere in here. Yeah, we rested. Then I'm going back in. There we go. And so, yeah, there was a green beam of light, and there was like a no shit UFO in the sky. And then there was also in the incantation they had that they're all going to meet up in the year 2000 again on Mount Sean, which is, and I looked at my in-game map, and I was like, oh, okay, all right. Or not my actual map I have of the game. And that's an actual mountain, so I went to that mountain, and then we saw a UFO there, too. So it was just a little interesting, stupid thing in the game. But it's stuff like that in this game that I'm never bored. And I don't mind that it takes me, like, 30 minutes to get from point A to point B because the game is gorgeous. Shit can happen while I'm going there with the random encounters. Like, somebody needs help, or... Oop, I just bumped the mic. Or somebody needs help, or as I'm going along, I see a animal that I need a pelt for, or, you know, whatever the fuck happens there. And I just get into it. Get into my cowboying, man. Goddamn right. So goddamn good.
I'm holding off for that PC shit, so I can do my Josie Wales shit.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fucking.
Fuck yeah. I was gonna wait too, but
I got to.
Just couldn't. But I hope relatively soon they do release it on PC so you can enjoy it. And I know there's quite a few people out there that are gonna wait until PC because this game would be so much better on PC. The shooting mechanics are fucking terrible. A lot of the button stuff was made. There's so many interactions in this game that it was pretty much. It feels like it was made for keyboard and mouse.
Well, the way I figured it is, if you want to have realistic animation, have a sense of realism in the animations anyway. Like the animation doesn't ever seem like it's unrealistic. You know, like you're not suddenly shifting positions without that. So if you want to go for immersion or realism, the animation is not going. Like, oh well, I want to be instantly divert from going forwards to backwards. Well, it's like, can you do that? Can you suddenly break and go the other direction and like halt all forward movement momentum.
Yeah, you just go.
So
Yeah, that is one thing about this game. I will say that the like we're talking. I think we were talking about this on the last TG. Is that I feel like I'm telling a human being what to do, not controlling a character in a video game. Like where it's like exactly that, where you just turn around 180 really quick. Like if I tell Arthur to go around, like turn around, he's gonna, like he's got to turn around. Or like if I want him to go do something, he's not gonna break into a dead sprint from where he's standing. He's gonna get up speed and like, all right, let's do this, whatever.
No.
And he gets tired, and
They did it for GTA 5 though.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, put it on PC. Yeah, and they didn't say they weren't going to put it on PC. They just eventually did it, which is what I'm hoping they do with this game. Really, really hoping. So I could see this winning Game of the Year. My Game of the Year would be God of War, the new one, but
we've heard that
God
like
of
5
War is
episodes
only
ago.
on PlayStation. Yeah. Yeah. Which kind of fucks it, but kind of sucks when game companies make things exclusive, because that also means that they're not going to get awards because there's going to be less people that play your game. So sucks. Like I would love to see as far as game of the year stuff, I would love to see subset categories, not just like music, character, voice acting. I would like to see like horror, competitive shooter, story, like I would love to see that, and like to see what would even win horror. Like I would like to see them talking about Infliction and stuff like that. That would be sweet. Give some of these guys that do some damn good job some recognition. I guess we could just do our own Game of the Year awards.
We could. Fuck it.
Yeah. I
was just checking to make sure if Red Dead Redemption was on PC, or I guess I don't know. I didn't look into it.
It cut out.
I said I was looking to see if Red Dead ever fucking debut or anything. So.
Oh yeah, no, they haven't. They haven't said anything yet. And the outline just came out, or the online. My bad. The online just came out on console, and from what I've heard about that, is it's exactly what you'd expect for an online Rockstar game where people are just dicks to each other all the time.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it was the same thing with GTA 5 online.
Yeah, but I like that.
People were just dicks to each other. Yeah. Yeah. Like, because you can hog tie people, so you could just be doing some random shit and some dude just hog ties you and drags you down the fucking street on the back of your horse, or the back of his horse, So it's whatever. But fuck it, I guess. Yeah. But just to speak for this game is something that I would say that I would recommend about it is that I have not been using the in-game map. What you guys are seeing here is I have a map cam. And what I do is I use the physical map. Like the base game comes with a physical map, and it's a topographical map. Games don't do that shit, which I wish more did. So I have not been using the in-game map. I don't use the in-game radar thing unless obviously I'm going to run into some problems where like, hey, where's the fucking drugstore in a city where there's like 80 drugstores, but only one of them I can actually go inside and use, so I'll go up to a character and be like, well, howdy there, sir, where can I find the drugstore? And he'll be like, well, allow me to see your map here, and then I pull up the in-game map and find it. But it's been going well, and I know the area because I don't use the in-game map, which has created an interesting different perspective when I watch other people play this game. Is when I see somebody else play this game and they use the in-game map or the mini map, and I'm not saying this is a problem, it's just a different kind of play style, is somebody pulls open the map, I need to go here, makes a marker, and then just like goes like straight to where they need to go, or turns on the cinematic thing and then just lets Arthur take him there themselves, which you can do, which like that's fine if that's what you want to do. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just that means that you're going to miss everything along the way that you were supposed to run into, or creates these problems people have where they're just like, all right, I need to go from point A to point B. I don't care. So I just get a mash X and go as fast as I can and run off a cliff or whatever happens with people, which has happened quite a lot with people apparently, is that they run off cliffs and stuff like that, but or hit trees. And I did hit a tree the other day, but it was pretty funny. But yeah. Yeah, it's definitely created that interesting difference in perspective. Because I'll take my time and learn the area, like where I am in the game right now. If you told me like for whatever reason I actually listened to you, go to Valentine, I'd be like, Valentine's that way. Go to the ranch is that way. Where's St. Denis? St. Denis is that way. You know, like without having to pull up my shit to know where it is. So fuck yeah.
Well,
All right. Yeah.
have fun with that.
Yeah. You're not gonna do that
No,
when you play? No.
not without, unless I'm base jumping or something.
Yeah.
Well, we can
Fuck yeah.
we hit the happy go lucky stuff. You want to keep hitting the happy go lucky stuff, or you want to address this big elephant that we know we have to hit at some point?
Yeah, Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, so there's this game called Fallout 76. I don't know if you guys know it's there. It is a Fallout game, but it's a survival game in the Fallout universe. And it is probably, as of late, one of the games that has caused the most uproar with gamers being whiny little bitches. Now, to be fair, there are some things about Fallout 76 that I can understand why you wouldn't like it. You could be pissed off. I can understand that. There's some things that piss me off about it. But
here's yeah, I'll say that. When it comes to the game itself, I'm enjoying it. Now, I guess this isn't going to be talking necessarily about Fallout 76 as much as it is Bethesda's current choice in business practices.
Yeah, they've done some
that
yeah. So Power Armor Edition, right, guys? Which I got. Amazing community paid so I could get it. Right, you guys fucking rock. Amazing. So this bag was the bag that it comes with, that they're supposed to put the helmet in, was listed on the seller's description as a canvas bag. This is I don't know what you'd even call this. This is like if you went into a military surplus store and you went and grabbed a shitty sleeping bag cover.
That's what it looked like.
Like
that's exactly
Korea,
what I was thinking.
Right? Doesn't that what it looks like? Like the shitty, like as soon as you
like the outer shell of a sleeping
down
system.
And just rip.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not even a nice one. You know, like it's kind of crap. So some people were pissed off about that, and apparently some people are actually suing Bethesda because of that. And so one thing that Bethesda did for reparations for this is they're like, oh, we're sorry about that, bro. Give us your account details and proof of purchase, and we'll give you 500 in-game credits for the microtransaction cosmetic store. I don't even think it's nylon. It's got to be something shittier than that. I swear. It's it's got to be something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's got a thing. But yeah. So they're doing that. That's It feels like a little gimmick thing they're doing, just so that you can't be party to the lawsuit that's against them because they gave you something in return. This is not a toy for display only. It doesn't say what it's made of. It does not, however, tell me that I shouldn't put it over my head, so.
Okay.
Should sue him on that too, huh?
Oh, God, really?
Right. I almost died because I put this bag over my head and you didn't say I shouldn't, so.
Well, this episode of Talking Guns, Nate passes the fuck out for now. God. I'll say, like, I enjoy good games, but what's the terminology I guess I'm going to use is enjoyable game on my end, but not the best business practices.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who's calling the shots on some of this stuff, but One positive I will say about what they did, like this has caused some salt with people, is that the game as is, like not even on sale with like Cyber Week and Black Fridays, that the game is now like $35.
Yeah, well, I only
76?
paid 40 for mine anyway, so
No.
I don't really have a reason to get pissed off because I didn't spend 60. But
Yeah. I mean, I'm not super pissed off either. It's more of a like I choose to look at it as a they have done something to make people feel better about, like, well, you know, it's not a finished game and blah 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 and so on and so forth. Like, well, here, how about for cheaper, so you can still play it and then hopefully change your opinion.
We'll just. I mean, it's gonna be regardless of whether you. And I'll say this: whether you enjoy the game or hate the game or whatever the case may be, because I still enjoy the game. It's gonna be a black mark on Bethesda's record.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a big black mark.
Yeah. I mean, shit. You guys know Soul Escape? Huge Bethesda fan. Played the fuck out of Skyrim and Fallout. Like that's. She's a variety streamer, but that's all she plays. Even she was like, what's that new Star something game that they're coming out with, whatever?
I don't know.
But like, even she was like, it makes me worried for future games from them because it might drop half the price in like a couple weeks. You know, so why should I buy it when it first comes out? Starfield, there we go. Like, or is Starfield going to be a flop? Or, you know, like, is the new Elder Scrolls going to be a flop?
No, see, that's a little. I don't know. I don't know if you can make that core. I mean, is it supposed to be multiplayer as well?
No, I don't know. I just mean,
we don't know anything about it.
I still enjoy it. So it's not necessarily it's a full flop or anything, but like, will cause the same reaction out of people, kind of thing.
I don't know. I guess I kind of knew it. I kind of knew that, and the things that people are complaining about, I already knew was going to be in the game, so I was already okay with it already. Like I knew they were gonna, just basing on footage and what I saw, I was like, okay, I knew they were gonna mostly pull assets or whatever from Fallout 4 or whatever the case may be, so it feels similar. Like I was okay with that. So like that shit, it's just like, well, you saw footage before the game released, so I'm not sure why you're surprised about this shit. I mean, it's 2018. Yeah. You have all this information at your fingertips. There's no way you didn't know.
Yeah, and they did a beta.
Yeah, there's no way you didn't fucking know, like graphically or mechanics wise or whatever, that you didn't know what you were fucking getting. So can't really use that argument, but you know, maybe the bugs and stuff like that, yeah, I can understand that or whatever. But
yeah, or stash space limit or stash weight limit, which they are updating on Tuesday.
So, but regardless, I mean, we're gonna have to talk about it because it's a fucking thing, and like I said, we've already covered Fallout 76 already, so we already know. You all already know about it as far as our personal enjoyment. So, but you know, as far as like I said, I enjoy the game, but when I look at some of the actions taken, I'm looking at this like, it's not the best move there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not what I would do anyway. Not with my business.
Like the bag thing could have been easily like, well, let's actually make real bags and send them out to people that bought the Power Armor Edition or something. You know, not just here's 500 in-game points. Yeah. Oh yeah, we launched 3 nukes in one server the other day. That was great. Totally fucking. I mean, it didn't actually crash per se.
But you fucked up my friends list.
Yeah, it made
fucked
it
up my date night, bro.
Laggy. Well, it's cool that you guys have date night and you play video games. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we had fucking. I couldn't fucking access my friends list, and I was like, "What the fuck, man? Like, what? I can't see you. I can't fucking add. What the fuck's going on?" And it's like, "Oh, Nate's like, oh yeah, we fucking nuked the server with 3 nukes." I was like, "Motherfucker." Probably completely unrelated, but I'm blaming you anyway. So
yeah, definitely our fault. Yep. Definitely our fault.
Whatever.
So guys, as far as what's coming with Fallout 76, BT dubs, bruh.
BT dubs. Stash space increases. I'm actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
they're upping it from 400 to 600 on Tuesday, and they did say that while this is somewhat conservative, we plan to increase the storage cap further once we verify that this change will not negatively impact the stability of the game. Which the reason they had it at 400 was because it was affecting the game when it had to load your stash, because it has to load everybody's stash separate, and that's on the server, not on you. So it has to, like, I guess if you had a mild connection and a shitty computer, or just a medium, or even if you had nice or whatever, the server's just bogged down or whatever's going on, that you just sit there buffering like you guys have seen when you're looting something and trying to get the loot from it or whatever, and you don't want to sit there with your stash space limit or whatever stash, and it's just buffer, and you can't access it. Imagine trying to build something with something that buffers and it can't access your materials. So that's why they did that.
Yeah, you know what? I think what he said is probably, I would say, is very accurate.
What Ty said?
As far as like Fallout 76 kind of being like the Division, it kind of got better over time.
Yeah, and they didn't have to. They didn't have to make Division 1 good. They didn't have to do that. They could have just moved on to the next fucking title. So I guess we're just going to have to hope that they do. I mean, they've already been doing quite a bit. A lot of these issues that people were very concerned about day one, like I watched Angry Joe's review, and like they've already fixed like half those bugs that you're talking about, but you're Angry Joe, so I'm not going to get bent out of shape. It's your fucking name. But
like I said, it's the cool guy. It's the cool guy to pick on right now. Or not the cool guy. It's the hot topic right now. So it's very easy to generate.
It's the new kid in class that picks his nose.
It's very easy to generate views on it. Right? You know.
Yeah.
It's hot, so hit it and strike while the iron's hot. So it makes sense from a business standpoint or a marketing standpoint or channel health standpoint, whatever the fuck you want to say.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's why there are all these videos that like Fallout 76 sucks. Is because, I mean, think about it from the point of view of a YouTuber, right? Like just like you said, business standpoint is well, I need to push out videos almost every day, and everybody's talking about Fallout 76, but I haven't talked about Fallout 76 yet. So I need to make a video about Fallout 76, and whether that's shitty or not shitty, whatever happens.
Well, and that's why you're always going to get a level of authenticity. I mean, I enjoy the game, so my opinion is not popular, but I don't give a fuck. I enjoy the game.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the business practices. I understand a lot of the reasons why people don't enjoy the game. I understand that, absolutely. But
yeah,
I understand why people are saying that this isn't worth it to them. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it.
Totally get it. Yeah, exactly. But I understand that. Ty says here, and the world just has to push back harder for games having that sort of cycle where it's a confusing partial disaster to start with. In a couple years or something, getting better is great, but it's a big money game. Why at all?
Yeah, there's a valid point too. It's saying, well, maybe if people didn't push back so hard, they wouldn't do anything to fix it, which is a valid point too.
Yeah,
it could be a very valid point, and that's why I'm just like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you fucking people that are so fucking hard on the game are wrong. Like you shouldn't be hard on the. I'm not gonna tell you that. Be critical. Have an opinion. Express your fucking opinion. If you're having a bad experience, push that out there. It's only gonna make him be critical. Absolutely. Where I get pissy is when you start knocking on people for what they enjoy. I have no problem with you being super critical of Bethesda and saying that they're pieces, I don't know, pieces of shit, but okay, maybe they are pieces of shit to you. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't affect me, whatever. And you're having a bad experience and you need to fix this. Absolutely. But, when you come and you're like, you enjoy Fallout 76, you're a fucking piece of shit. Like, why the fuck do you enjoy that game? Like, fucking knock you the fuck out. But anyway.
Yeah. What was that, motherfucker? What was that? Huh?
But
oh my god, canvas bag gate. Fucking A. It's already got a term. There we go.
I don't know. I didn't buy the canvas bag doesn't affect me. Like I was telling earlier, I stay in my lane. Shit that doesn't affect me is over here. If it doesn't fuck with my lane, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I have it. I have the, and I really, this was not something that I personally got pissed about. I can understand getting angry at the semantics of this was supposed to be a canvas bag, but I'm more concerned with the fact that I can't breathe or see out of the fucking helmet. But
that would suck, man. That would suck. That I was kind of like, hey, you can't even breathe in it. Like that fucking sucks. Like damn, because I know you like fucking wanted to wear that shit while you're playing. Like that needs like like damn. You know, we all know I'm all about that. I put on my goddamn war paint shit, stripe my face up and shit, and get into that. I was like, she's gonna wear that fucking power armor helmet. He's gonna start talking into it. It's gonna be sick. And he's like, I can't even fucking wear it now. I'd be a little upset too. So,
have you guys seen anybody wear it? Fuck it, I'll put it on.
Did they survive?
All right, I'm gonna see if I can keep my headset on while I do this because it's actually a very, it's supposed to be a 1-to-1
Don't make me go
scale.
get my helmet.
So I should be able to fit it over this headset. Maybe. No, I can't.
You need some of those Peltor headsets with fucking or Comtac headsets that I got over there. If I can figure out how to put a Comtac and plug it into my fucking computer and actually use it, I might do it. I might fucking do it. I mean, it's got it for.
That's supposed to be me activating VATS.
Well, I can hear you.
Hello, citizens of the wasteland. I cannot breathe in this thing. I cannot see anything. Everything is super blurry. And this is my flashlight.
Leave it on.
Scanning.
Leave it on. He throws it off. At least that's what it sounded like. I can't see.
What was that?
I don't know.
I couldn't hear.
I know. I was just talking shit, telling you to leave it on.
Nade?
Yeah. I can't tell. Stop the bleeding. Start the breathing. Oh wait, we don't need the first step. It's the second step. So put the helmet back on for me, Wook says. You didn't finish fapping yet, Nade.
Yeah. I mean, it's easily, I could easily alter that thing. I could change out the lenses.
I would alter the fuck out of it.
And I could cut the hood out so that I could breathe in it. It wouldn't be a problem, but I just haven't done it yet.
I would do it. I would totally do it.
Yeah.
I would totally rock a whole stream like that if you could.
It's doable.
I mean, let's be real, man. Like,
I should.
I didn't judge your kinks. I said I explained to you why you wanted it. I was helping you out. But, well, that's been addressed. Yeah. I really got to say about that. Yeah.
So, there are more additions, more things that they're fixing on December 11th as well. PC is getting a push-to-talk setting. Also, 21.9 resolution support and a field of view setting.
I can be officer fucking friendly-ish.
Yeah.
Without like harassing people. I can harass people on a full-time basis now. Hey.
Those of you that don't know, Justin been doing a role play as officer friendly, and he's not so friendly.
Not so friendly. Not so friendly.
So now you can do that again. I don't know why that wasn't a base game thing, but
I just like harassing people.
No.
You know,
Bethesda's
it's
new
fun.
to this side of gaming, and I don't know why they didn't do that.
It's whatever's going to enrich their experience. You know what I mean? Like, who wanders on like a southern-speaking gentleman, like talking about like behaving themselves with warrants and citations and shit. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
So
You think? Would you expect yourself to be playing Fallout 76 and have some dude walk up in an officer outfit and cite you for something? You just like, wait a minute, what? You know, like exactly. Like, wait a minute, what? I did something wrong? What? There's rules? What?
Yeah, pretty awesome. I like doing that. I think it'll encourage people to actually like, instead of turning their shit off to none, like turn their shit back on now. So
yeah. Like I ran into this dude yesterday. I'm gonna leave it on today too. So, yeah. Also, at after level 50, you do get the option to respec your perks. So I don't know if it'll take away all your cards. I don't understand how that.
I don't see why it should or would.
You'll be able to choose between a new perk card or moving a special point you had previously allocated.
Yeah, if you don't obey the
rules.
I
guess you could just keep.
I will become Officer Pew Pew.
Yeah. Bulldozer. This is a new camp feature that will allow you to remove small trees, rocks, and other obstructions.
Oh, thank God.
So it's easier to create and place your camp.
Do you have any idea how many times I've had issues with that, trying to put down my fucking house? God damn.
Yeah. Or like ghost stuff that's been in the way. I swear there's been ghost stuff in the way that won't let me build.
Fucking annoying, man. Like, Jesus, dude, that's like my biggest fucking pet peeve. It's like, I fucking build this fucking house, it gets stored, I come back in, fucking I can't put it anywhere. It's like, fuck. So. Oh, that guy was in my house. Yeah.
Interesting. Camp placement on login. Your camp will no longer be automatically blueprinted and stored if someone is occupying your location.
It will not.
When you log into a server. Instead, you'll receive a notification that your space is occupied. If you decide to find a new home for your camp on that server, it will be free to do so. That's nice.
Okay.
That's nice. Free? Because it costs, I think it's based on distance from where your camp was last time.
Well,
that's how much it costs.
It collapses for free anyway. Like if my camp gets collapsed, then it's free to move anyway.
Okay.
It hasn't charged me anything anyway, but the fact that it can just stay where it's at, because I don't want to fucking move it, because I get tired of logging in and my camp's not there anymore. So now I strategically placed that camp there to be used as a fast travel point, and now I can't use it because I just log back in again. You know, so
yeah,
because the server wants to fuck me.
Yeah, and this period, this roadmap that they released, lots of games don't do this. Lots of games don't put out roadmaps when they expect to put out fixes. So they usually say like, we understand, you know, like usually we understand it's a problem, we're working on it.
It's a good thing to do. I will say that. Do. Or 3 did that too.
I mean,
good.
Yeah. And obviously people will get pissed if, say, like, come December 11th, there is no push to talk because it's broken. Or like they try to implement it, but it doesn't work. But at least they said they tried to get push to talk out by this hard date. And like, well, we just ran into more problems than we thought with it. We're working on it. So I'd be more okay with that than versus we're working on it. You have no fucking idea when we'll get to it. Yeah.
Roadmaps are good. I think it's a good PR move.
Yeah. Definitely. I completely agree.
So.
Excuse me.
Now, I mean, it could be a bad PR move if it doesn't get fulfilled, but I mean, if you're transparent, plan projection, you have some idea
again.
Here's our plan projection. Here's what's coming. Why does my mic cut out?
I don't know. Do you have your voice activity settings low on Discord?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. Let's see.
It only seems to be when we're doing TG that it's a problem. I've never had a problem talking to you and not hearing you before.
Automatically determine input. Bring that shit down. You're going to hear everything. You're going to hear me pick my nose. I'm whispering.
ASMR nose picking.
Can you still hear me whispering? You can still hear me. How about now?
Oh yeah, that's a big one right there.
Can you hear me now? So let's go minus 60 decibels. You should be able to hear me clear as day now. All the time. Okay, let's go minus 80 decibels. You should always be able to hear me now.
Fuck yeah.
So automatically determine input sensitivity. So if it becomes sensory overload, you know why. It's Nate's fault.
That's fine. Sounds fine here. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
So
I'm glad I hit those tingle spots for you, Whoop. Beard scratching.
Can you hear that? Yes, it's back. Yeah. People are like, well, you couldn't do that like fucking like almost fucking couple weeks ago. Or a week ago, or however fucking long it's been, I don't know.
Yeah, apparently some snot-nosed little brat took over the channel. So.
Fucking stupid. If I make a certain career move, you better get used to the fucking naked face. That's all I'm gonna tell you. We'll see. Well, man, I guess it depends.
Yeah.
You know, that certain career move might not require me to do that anymore because, well, you know.
Hey. But overall, guys, Fallout 76, I can completely understand there are things about it that would piss you off. There's things about it that piss me off. Like, I started a new character the other day because I didn't want to play in my main until they upgraded the stash space because I was tired of having to sit there, get rid of things that weren't just, I went past the point where I was getting rid of things just because I'm a hoarder. I was getting rid of things that I just needed less than other things, and that was pissing me off. So that's definitely a very valid problem in that game. Yes. Very good. Yes. I look forward to seeing what how these changes impact the game.
Mm-hmm. I look forward to having a lot more stream time and a lot more interaction here in like a week or two.
Whoop, whoop. Have you gone public with said information as to what's going on with that?
I haven't put in any kind of notice, but I've been using this weekend to kind of mule it over to see, and everything is pointing towards me doing it because I don't want to spend any more time in it. So, I mean, I guess we can make a public statement. I don't really know. Like, I've already discussed it with, certain individuals and stuff. So, plan.
I just didn't know if you told stream people about it.
No, not really. Projected move to Texas should be happening relatively soon. And what I mean by relatively soon, I mean like I want to do it before New Year. So that means
that's soon.
That means there's going to be, based upon what I do, and I still have 40 hours of PTO to burn. So that means Justin's going to have a lot more online time. Let's put it that way. A lot more online time, because I was going to wait to see if that opportunity bit before I decided to put in a notice and leave, but based upon my sanity and maintaining that and all these other opportunities that are coming at me full force and require me to not, like, I have to act on it now, and I have to act on it soon because they're coming at me quickly. It's like, now's a good time. It's like, it's a sign. I need to fucking do it. So yeah, being kind of like a little, I guess, vague about it is, it's time. I think it's time. So
fuck yeah.
I haven't done it yet, but I think it's time. So, and they kind of expect it to happen too. So I just didn't know if I was gonna wait till about mid-December to do it, but I'm like, I don't even know if I want to wait that long. So fuck it.
Good things in the future, people. Good things. Very good things.
Much happier version.
Yeah. Very good. Very, very good. So Battletech got an expansion, guys.
Yes, it did, and I haven't touched it yet, but I
we don't have any footage, do we?
No, Big Head does, but
no, I didn't get his explicit consent.
No.
He said Battlefield 5 I can show stuff for, but he didn't say anything about Battletech.
Right. I love Battletech. say that, and I haven't touched it in a while because there's just been so much other shit that I've been distracted by. But I love the universe, and I'm really glad that they're still putting in, stuff into it. My big thing is I'm really waiting for them to introduce the clan war aspect, because I want my Timberwolf, man. I want my freaking Mad Cat. That's my favorite mech. It's like everybody else's favorite mech too. So, it's a predominantly known mech in the universe that's not in the game. So
my favorite was a laser boat.
Anything could be a laser boat, though.
The one with the
depending upon the hard points.
The shoulder that was just like 6 lasers on the shoulder.
Oh shit! Are you talking about a hunchback, or is that not a hunchback?
I think it was a hunchback. I'm not sure.
So I just like clan mechs, dude. Like I like clan stuff. I like the lore and everything else around it. Like yeah. I'm just waiting because I know they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it at some point.
They have to, right?
Oh, speaking of which, I didn't unveil this. I should have done it when we were talking about Infliction. This is a pulse oximeter.
Oh, on your finger, right, or somewhere else?
I'm gonna put it on my toe, I guess, is what I'm gonna do while I'm streaming, and it's going to relay heart rate information.
Oh yeah, those appendages. Yeah, totally wasn't thinking about something
else. No, sorry, Nate, it's not gonna fit. But so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and since we were talking about scary games, and I should have brought it up then. That's the new little addendum I'm gonna do.
Fuck yeah. Will that be able to connect to your PC so that you can have it on screen? Okay.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna put a pulse oximeter on there just for shit's sake.
Believe me, guys, it's at 96 right now. Just.
Yeah, it'll display. It'll display.
Cool. Hell yeah.
So.
We should definitely also do it when you play shooters too.
Yeah, you want to see? I don't know if you want me to put it on if I play squad. Like,
yeah,
his heart rate just jumped like 100 beats per minute because he's turning red in the face because somebody did something stupid. Oh, so that's what happens.
Or you're playing Ground Branch and you see it drop and you just get calm.
Oh, I think that might scare people more. It's like, holy shit, dude, he's like subhuman. Like he's in the zone right now. He's like maintaining 55 beats per minute. You should be asleep.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So for those of you that are unaware what happened with Battletech, they just recently came out with a expansion, and it adds new gameplay depth and over 30 hours of new content to your mercenary experience. Introducing Flashpoints, high stakes, branching short stories that link together mercenary missions, crew conversations, special events, critical choices, and rare bonus rewards to take Battletech's endgame and career mode gameplay to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things they added there was a mode where you don't have to play the campaign. It's open sandbox, which sounds nice to me. I like that idea. If I wanted to play through it a second time and I didn't want to have to go through the story structure where like I'm worrying about money because of this story event, I can just do whatever the fuck I want. It's a good thing. But I would like to see exactly what you were talking about with the why is that so fucking tiny?
I don't know.
This is their roadmap. Flashpoint Winter 2018. Urban Warfare Summer 2019. Battletech Expansion 3 to be... It's a C, though. It's not a D. To be considered? They don't even know if they're going to do it? To be determined or whatever. So it's a really small roadmap. Yeah. Then they added a couple more. I think they added like 3 more mechs. New battle mechs, expand your mech. The crab and the battle computer equipped
King
Cyclops crab? And the Hatchet Man. So, and there's a new biome apparently, tropical.
New biomes are good.
Yeah. I always liked the cold ones. Those were nice. Or anything
You're
with
a
water.
cold-hearted bastard.
Yeah, goddamn right. I go take my laser boat, put him in the water, and he's just like, I will never overheat.
Yeah, I'm more of a PPC LRM guy. So.
Well, the PPC, when used correctly, is pretty fucking awesome when you get hit with it. That's
more the sniper builds, I guess. It really depends. Like if I get my Timberwolf, I'll be a brawler, but whatever. So
it's a fun game, guys. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot about BattleTech. Just that
I know
I haven't played the new stuff yet, so.
Wow. I was actually just looking up Star Citizen footage of the new stuff that's coming. Since I talked to you about Star Citizen and we haven't touched it ever since. But there's also, you have 7 Days to Die on the screen. They did release an Alpha 17 experimental build for their servers, which I haven't fucked with either. But there's your news. If we're covering news, then yeah, if you 7 Days to Die people, Alpha 17 experimental is available for you to upload to your servers and play on certain servers with a bunch of stuff. Apparently, it reinvigorates the game or rechanges the game entirely as far as mechanics. But
where's the news section?
Yeah. I fired up. I think I'm going to. Matter of fact, after this, I'm gonna fire up Star Citizen. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna take a look at it to see if it's smooth. And I was pleasantly surprised how smooth it was. I was like, it's smooth now. But so like my brain started going back to everything we had planned like umpteen billion years ago when we decided we were gonna talk about doing some sort of talking guns thing as a Merc unit and Star Citizen and stuff like that, and then it became a talk show.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I was really hoping for that too, man.
So
god damn it! Like I watched a stream earlier today of Star Citizen because you said that it was more stable and everything. Like now, granted, the guy I watched for like over an hour didn't crash, but the Mobiglass thing still does the stupid thing where it you have to pull it up like 6 times until it actually fucking stays up.
Oh, I didn't have that issue. I don't know why.
Apparently the issue's back now.
Oh,
I asked the dude about it. And he's like, yeah, it was fixed for a while and now it's back. It's fucking stupid.
Come on.
And then he also tried to do like 5 missions while I was watching and none of them worked. So, yeah. Players may not be automatically placed into local chat on the visor. Oh, that's nice. That's what I care about.
I'm still gonna test it, but fucking kind of crushed my spirit there a little bit. But oh well.
Yeah, I mean, you might not have the issue, and maybe only he was having the issue. So
maybe.
Yeah. Could be.
I just want to have the experience we had without crashing when we were fucking flying that stupid fucking Constellation Andromeda and getting all into it, and then like, dunk.
Yeah. You're like, we're landing. It's working. Ah! Where'd Justin go?
I was so fucking mad.
Smoke.
I was so fucking mad.
Yeah, I want to go and just get immersed in the game. Now, there's a game that just released recently that's very much like Star Citizen.
Oh, I know exactly what you're gonna hit on because I was watching.
X4.
I was watching the same dude play it.
Co?
Yeah,
watching Co play.
Yeah,
it?
I watched Co. And,
X4 Foundations, is it called?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
guilty, man. I'm a space nerd, all right. I like space shit.
Yeah.
I'll sit down like you're like most people when they fire up like fucking like documentaries or like they go to Netflix. They're like, oh well, I want to find something to fall asleep to. It's like, oh, let's watch about the universe or let's watch fucking about the planets or about the sun. See, I'm the opposite. You put that on and you fall asleep. Oh yeah, boring. I'm over here like absorbing everything. I'm like, oh, did you know that solar flares, and I'll spit out some stupid shit, right? Like knowledge that I don't ever fucking need. I'm just like, I'm eating that shit up.
Some Star Trek too, then? Yeah. No, not. But they're all about space exploration and pulsars and.
No. But dark matter and how I guess dark matter is no longer a theory anymore. It's proven. Like dark matter was speculated. Okay, stop. We're not going down that rabbit hole. We're done.
This is now the space talk show.
Yeah, we're not going down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, X4 Foundations is like a it looks like a mix between Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen, but it's actually mostly done. It's in a beta right now, but it's actually playable. There are some problems here and there. The UI looks like it could use some work from what I saw. It was a little like all the text was super tiny and felt like it was from like 2000s. But I mean, shit, dude. It looked very playable from what he was doing, and like lots of numbers to sink your teeth in and stuff like that.
Well, you know, Elite Dangerous was mixed reviews for a while too, so. And I speaking of, like, we start talking about space stuff, and I start to like fade out of view all of a sudden, like I'm getting warped. Okay, better.
Yeah. So have you thought about playing it since what you saw of X4 Foundations?
Oh, oh, I would play it. I don't know if I want to purchase it, but I would play it definitely.
Yeah.
Like,
I had that problem with a lot
I
of
gotta be
games,
careful if I
it's
say
kinda
this
like,
because I'm gonna magically find it in my fucking library if I say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If it somehow ended up in my library, I would play the fuck out of it. Yeah, I would. I'm not sure if I want to spend money to purchase it yet because I don't know that much about the features and everything else. I do know it's a deep game, and that's good for me. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we could sync. That's my problem, though. I've already got quite a few games I'm playing right now that I'm sinking my teeth into. I don't need another one right now, but I know that I could probably get quite lost in X4 and just really enjoy it.
Yeah. It's like we're in the holiday season, so I gotta be real fucking careful what I say here.
Yeah. Although Code did say when somebody asked if he recommended getting it, that if you're new to the series, he was kind of like, I don't know if you're gonna like it.
Well,
there's a lot of mechanics that they don't tell you.
But I like deep mechanics, and I like that. Yeah. I like that. You know,
I mean, shit. How many times did we have to Google how to do things in Star Citizen?
Yeah.
It was like, how the fuck do I? Oh yeah, there's actually you actually have to look at the menu on your spaceship.
Yeah, I think that's how you build a community too. Is like you have people helping each other out and providing information out there. It's kind of how you kind of build a community around a game. You know what I mean? So, or I guess a game around a community, whatever concept you want to use, but. You know, when people are discovering things and helping each other out and pointing out tips and stuff like that, it's kind of you know, you're creating a fan base, I guess. So
yeah, I miss not using my my HOTAS that I have.
I never had.
This is a pretty decent HOTAS, so
you know, I mean, I don't know. I played Eve. I liked Eve. Eve obviously isn't everybody's cup of tea, obviously, but I played Eve. I enjoyed Eve. I played Elite Dangerous. I loved Elite. I mean, played it for the time I played it and enjoyed it.
I don't know if that's the HOTAS I have anymore.
So the hot ass jokes.
That hot ass, man. Yeah, man.
I mean, let's not get carried away. I haven't touched Eve Online in years.
Yeah, that is the one I have. Yeah.
Years.
16,000.
Years. But yeah.
I can never get into Eve. I tried it. It was I could see the complexity and depth that was rewarding, and I had friends that played it, and I watched them play it, and I could see how it'd be rewarding. I wanted a little more hands-on than like setting proximity attacks and stuff like that. And does that make sense? Starting with X3. Okay.
I'll let you do that. I'm gonna jump right into X4. Sorry. That's just me, dude.
Or maybe watch some videos about X4 or X3.
Yeah. I mean, I might take the recommendation. You know, I might take the recommendation. It's something I'm gonna think about, Ty. It's something I'm gonna think about. I'm gonna think about that. I will consider it. I will move that around in my brain.
To be fair, X4 is not done yet and does have things that needs fixed.
Yeah. I'll chew on that one for a while.
Yeah. So maybe it would be something I'll think about too when I'm not playing Red Dead and Fallout.
Yeah, definitely give me something to chew on.
Yeah.
So enough for me I'm gonna probably YouTube the fuck out of X3.
Yeah.
And look for streams and shit. think I will. Yeah. So.
I really enjoyed Elite Dangerous. You really enjoyed Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
It just got the path of the game or whatever. Like, eventually got to the point where it's like, well, I have other shit I want to play too.
Well, I mean,
So,
plus, you know, the you know, you got motherfucking stream sniper extraordinaire over there.
Yeah.
I don't remember his fucking name. I don't even know if he's still around.
Some dude, wasn't he famous for it
Yeah,
or something?
he was famous
some
for
guy.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was famous for it. He's
Obviously didn't really bother us that much if we don't remember his name.
well, it angered a lot of people, but I was just like, okay, open play to close play, and your power is gone. Bye.
Yeah, which is an amazing feature about Elite Dangerous that you can do that, but or private, you can just play with friends too, and your progress transfers, which is amazing. But from what I understand, the X games are single player only.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, that might have killed my desire. Maybe.
And maybe your fuel and your fire.
It definitely took my Raging Inferno and just went, okay, now I have to re-jog my entire thought process. All right.
Maybe X4 is just, I don't know if the other ones are multiplayer. I bet Ty would know. But I think that was something that some people liked about it. Was like, I don't have to worry about other people fucking with my ecosystem or anything.
But I want people to fuck with my ecosystem. That's kind of the point.
Well, Star Citizen, if you just fucking get finished sometime this decade. God damn, man. Although I did hear that Squadron 42 is going to be coming out maybe next year.
Another single player talk. Yay.
Yeah. But at least it's something from the game, right? So.
I just want it to not crash.
Yeah,
That's
right.
That's
you know,
what
you know
I
what's
want.
More important though. You know what's more important than fixing it from crashing is pushing out another ship that's worth $15,000.
Oh yeah, another
IRL
ship that I don't
Yep.
give a shit about because I'm not gonna fucking buy it. You've got enough money from me. Suck a dick. No.
Yeah. That shit'll come out fast though. They'll work on that. Goddamn right.
Oh yeah. Anything to fucking have you spend more fucking money on it.
Okay, so past games have not had multiplayer, and there has not. You don't know if X4 does. Okay.
Whatever. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean, if it's as expansive as it seems to be.
Yeah.
You know. Definitely doesn't.
Yeah,
it definitely isn't a space pun issue. So.
That was a double one.
Yep.
Yours or somebody? I don't. Let's not ask.
What?
Because there was two of them. You know, like.
No, let's not have no.
That's whatever. It's whatever. All right. So Star Citizen. Yeah, they made some updates. I still got some problems. I really wish that. I really wish that it was at least stable where we could just go fuck around and make our own little fun. But I know that I would get very livid again if we spent 20 minutes trying to set up something that we're doing, you and me, and then it crashed, or like one of us gets crashed and you can't just get back into your ship. But I did hear that sometimes it works when you log back in and actually puts you back where you were.
Oh, you mean I don't have to worry about going back to fucking what the fuck the space station is called?
It doesn't always work though.
Going back and filing an insurance claim on my ship that's way the fuck over in this goddamn fucking way the fuck over here, and like waiting 10 minutes, 20 minutes for it to come back so I can actually pull it into the fucking dock and like take off again? Yeah.
But I think you have to go to bed for it to work, and that doesn't always work.
What?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a weird rule on that. So it's I don't think it's something yet that's gonna be that we would really sink our teeth into. Sadly. Yeah. So that's it for the talk bits I have. We did have 2 games that were brought up in chat.
Oh yeah. Darksiders 2.
So there was Darksiders 3.
3.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about
Darksiders 3.
Don't ask me.
All right, we're gonna talk about Darksiders 3, guys.
Tell me about it.
I haven't heard a fuck ton, but I heard that it's kind of disappointing.
Why?
Because they made it too easy, is what I heard. They made the game too easy. I haven't played Darksiders 1 and 2. I don't know if you have.
Is that like an overwhelming opinion, or is that like
like quite a few people are kind of like,
okay.
No, you have not heard this? What have you heard, Ty, about what's going on with Darksiders?
Isn't that kind of like, I don't know. Can I get some like mechanics examples as opposed to just a personal opinion of like, oh, it's too easy. Well, why?
let me Google. I thought you had more, which is why I put it on there. So
I don't have shit.
Yeah. Have you played the other Darksiders?
I have played Darksiders 1 maybe like 2 hours. So we can still talk about it. Topic of discussion.
I got a 6 out of 10 on Steam and 64% on Metacritic, which I never listened to anyway, because Google users, 92% of people on Google liked it, and most of the time I can't really go for that shit anyway, because I've really liked games that have gotten terrible reviews before. So
yeah, imagine that.
Heavy fans don't like it because the game is leaning more towards Dark Souls than it was.
Oh, well, then I might like this.
It's less casual. Yeah. So more hard?
How does it... Wait, what?
Not easy? Wait. I don't know what I heard then. So it's harder because it's more Dark Souls-y? That sounds like a good thing to me.
Yeah.
But I haven't played 1 and 2. So I have them. I just haven't played them. Yeah, Darksiders is sitting over there for Xbox 360. Much harder, yes.
So what you're saying is I can't. There's no validation of anything. It's just like some people say it's hard, some people say it's easy. So it's a user preference. Is that the only thing that they say about it? Is that really it? Is that the only gripe? So it's not a buggy mess.
This wasn't planned on my talking points. It was just brought up. Okay. I don't know a whole ton.
Well, I'm more asking chat or people that know, or just presenting it as a way for people to think and deduce things. Like,
well, 3 definitely has a different character, Bailey, because it's a chick.
Yeah. Well, they all play different characters. Like, you know, in that universe is 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. So
it is $60.
So
I don't know. It's got updates upcoming already that people are saying. Or they're saying on their news they're already pushing out updates for it. So I don't know, man. 72 on Metacritic. So that's different than what Google's telling me about Metacritic. That's interesting.
Yeah, man.
You got a Nat Games Award. I don't even know what that is.
Okay, well.
Mixed reviews overall on Steam.
It's probably not something I'm gonna. I don't know.
Yeah. Top one is not recommend this game as hard as hell. That sounds like something I want to play.
Oh, well then maybe I will play it.
Yeah, because he said this game is hard as hell is his first sentence.
Okay.
But it doesn't feel hard because it has powerful foes. It feels hard because the mechanics that you use for survival are unreliable. All right, does that mean that the game's buggy? I don't know. I think this is speculation. We should just talk about it next week.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it next week. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna play it. Yeah. So next week's topics. Hey.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't know who this fucking reviewer is. Like, I've played games where it has been hard because I have a certain play style and I don't approach it the way that the game wants me to, and then it takes a bit of time to understand how the game wants me to do it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I like to play this way, but that's not working in this game, so I need to change that. Like, Surge made me do that. I couldn't play my normal Dark Souls way when I had to learn Surge's way. So,
Surge.
Yeah. Surge was all right. All right, so I don't really know a whole ton about Darksiders. So apparently it does have a difficulty setting, so maybe some people are just stupid. So
there is a lot of stupidity running rampant nowadays, especially in the gaming industry or everywhere. So I mean, yeah, we can definitely attest to that. Surge, I actually drank a Surge today. So
Those still exist?
Yes.
They're a thing?
Yeah.
Have I ever had a surge?
I don't know. Have you?
When I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to have caffeine. So.
Oh.
Yeah, because my parents are Mormon. So that's a thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. But then after I was 8, that changed. So.
Oh.
I got baptized and my parents divorced. So.
Yay, you can have sugar now.
Caffeine, yeah. They don't drink either, by the way. If you guys didn't know that about Mormons, they don't drink and they don't have caffeine normally. That's the rule.
Normally, unless
although a lot of them still do anyway.
Yeah,
but
yeah, they do.
not the drinking part. The drinking part is a big no-no.
Okay. Not the Mormons I fucking met.
Yeah,
Days,
right. So. Or me when I was in high school and all the Mormon friends I had. Nope, no. Those were the ones that would drink the most. But it's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever, guys. So Darksiders, Death Stranding.
I have no information on that, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything new about it, and I feel like because of how little information they put out, we would have heard something about Death Stranding. Grandpa had asked if we heard anything more about Death Stranding.
No,
but
nothing.
Last thing I saw was one of the TGs we talked about. They pushed out merchandise for the game.
What? Oh, yeah.
That was like,
with Kojima Productions, yeah.
Yeah. They pushed out Kojima Productions and Death Stranding merch, even though we don't really know a lot about the game, which is fine, right? You've got to, like, some people were kind of pissed that there was like, well, they're putting out merch and they don't even have a game out yet. Like, well, do you understand Hideo Kojima and that people would suck his dick given the chance, even if they're not gay? Like, kind of a crass comparison, but I mean, I wouldn't. But you know, like that's how some people feel about him, though. They very much love his games.
Well, I mean, it's. I think it's simple. Don't buy the fucking merch.
Yeah.
You're mad about having an option being presented.
Didn't they release a new trailer? What?
Like I said, people want to get mad about some of the dumbest shit. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Don't buy it. Don't buy it.
Well, if there wasn't copyright problems, Grandpa, we'd just pull that up. But yeah. We can talk about it and not watch it. Like after we watched it, we could talk about it. But it's fucking. Oh my god, dude! I remember an issue with YouTube copyright was there was a guy when YouTube was going on a huge copyright spree thing a while back. There was a guy that all he did was he would go to movies with his buddies, like movie theater, and it wouldn't even be footage of the movie or songs from the movie or anything. He would sit in his car with his friends after watching the movie and talk about the movie and their thoughts on it. And then they were slapping him with copyright things because it was about the movie. And it was just like... Oh,
that's getting a little out of fucking hand, too. It's getting stupid.
Yeah. I mean, that was a while ago, though. So, but that's some dumb shit. Read us with a... Oh, my God. Read us with a fetus.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on from that. Yeah, okay.
Norman Reedus with a fetus. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird game, and I'm excited to play it because it's just fucking weird. And I hope the whole time I play it, I'm just like... Ah! Yeah. Kojima, what you smoking when you made this shit, man? Nothing. I'm like, can I trade?
You are in Colorado now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I have not partaken of anything since I've moved here. Which is interesting. But it's a different conversation. So do we have any other questions?
Yeah, questions.
We have now entered the question section of the stream.
Quickly.
Yes, quickly.
I'm out of water.
Yeah. That's why I brought 2 drinks, so I don't have to go take a break.
Well, I do too, but this is my other drink, and I really don't want to delve into this right now.
I'm a little parched. Gulp, gulp, gulp. So what are you going to be doing after the stream? So you're going to go play some Star Citizen?
I am going to fuck with some Star Citizen.
Yeah? Okay. I have a date with a book and a glass of something at the bar next to here.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah. And if I play my cards right, I'm going to take that book home.
Her name is Book.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. This book, to be exact.
Well, I got to wait for a couple seconds for it to appear. So... Can Justin promise to never shave again? No.
I don't know if he can promise that. Yeah.
No. I can promise you that if I am not required to, that I more than likely will not.
Okay.
And what I mean when I say shave again, I mean clean shaven, like baby face. I'm gonna trim. It's gonna happen. But if I am not required to do so based upon standards, I don't see why I would. I really don't like doing it that often.
Unless it's the sides like this.
So
Yeah.
makes
me go fast.
I don't really like having. I don't know. I probably have to play with it some more. But when I had a really thick one, I didn't like it. It just maybe I had to shape it up some more or something. It just like it kept.
We do like touching your beard a lot. Period. Anyway,
Yeah.
So.
Well, I kept touching my face all the fucking time because I was not used to it. I didn't really like it because I felt dirty. Yeah. So. I'll have to do
that was definitely attributed with dirty when we were in the military.
Yeah.
When you didn't shave.
So.
You could feel it on your fucking face. It was just like. You remember field shaving and all the mud that would come out with it too? It was just like fucking like mud coming out.
I remember like
shaver.
having clawed up fucking face too and everything else. It was like, fucking. Yeah.
I eventually just started dry shaving because of that.
Yeah, that's what I did. I cut my shit up pretty bad. I'd throw water on it, but I wasn't going against the grain in the field. I did that once. That was a mistake.
Oh yeah. Oh,
God, that was a mistake. Nope. Nope. Always down. If I'm in the field, no, it's never against the grain. When you get back, I'll fix it when I get back. But no.
Yeah.
No. I did that. Made that mistake once, just once. So. Just once. But. Fuck it.
We have to learn by doing things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. There was a lot of those. There's a lot of moments where I was like, I'm never doing that again. Never doing that again. Never doing that again. Okay. Oh, okay. So I am going to, from now on, use my socks as a barrier on my boots when I go to sleep. Because that thing was huge that just came out of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to check my fucking sleeping system before I crawl into it, too. Yeah, I might beat the fuck out of it, too. Yeah. I'm going to sleep on top of it tonight. How about that?
Yeah, that's actually safer. No, man, I remember fucking Southern Georgia, dude, when mosquitoes were in full swing.
Dude.
When we were out in the field, you had to take your poncho and put it over your fucking head.
Oh, we had...
And all night you'd hear... as they try to get through it at you.
I was so thankful it was this fucking little new thing they had where it was like a cocoon that went over your fucking sleeping system. It was a insect net bug thing. It was like it encapsulated you, and like it was literally just like a little half shell.
God, that would have been amazing.
That came real handy when we fucking trained out in Lejeune because the bugs there are fucking stupid. You just throw out your sleeping system and put on this little half shell, little half tent, and whoop, you recovered, and everything it was like a little fucking little half shell thing you had. So that was cool, but yeah, fuck all that.
I remember that would have been very nice because I remember the first time that I had a field problem during when mosquitoes were the worst. There was a guy in my company that when he woke up he couldn't see because his face was so fucking swollen because he didn't put anything over his face. So the mosquitoes just ate him up, and he was just like, "Ah!" And he got sent back, and it was just like, "Fuck, man, jeez." There's so many mosquitoes, dude. Jeez.
I mean, most of the time, if I slept under open top, it was raining anyway, so I just sucked into my fucking sleeping system. Yeah. So, whatever.
Dig the little trench so the water goes away.
No, not even. We'd just sleep on the fucking hillside somewhere. So,
no.
Yeah, more hardcore
that's
like
when
that.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're on a hill, like you dig the trench so that the water goes into the trench and then around your camp or your sleeping spot.
Sometimes.
Instead of all coming down the hill, no.
Sometimes.
No, yeah.
We're amphibious,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Marines are amphibious.
Yeah.
We like water.
Breathe underneath. See a puddle and like. Oh man.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a lot of random like? When you went to Lejeune, was there a lot of random like about shin high small holes? Like just big enough for you to put your foot in.
It was mostly swamp, so.
Yeah. No, not really. Okay.
It's always like
we had that problem.
It's like we always just pick fucking bases that are like the shittiest fucking terrain ever. It's like, oh, there's a swamp. Let's build a marine base on that. Oh, look, 29 palms, middle of fucking desert, nowhere.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and put a base there. Well, Oceanside, California. Oh, shark infested waters. Let's put a fucking base there too. Why not? Let's train in that shit.
I remember the land nav course, depending on what time of year, depended what route you got. Because like during rainy season, half of it was underwater. Like I remember trying to go find my points in like waist high water once. Like that was fun.
Yeah.
It's like, where's that fucking point? It's probably underwater. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
That's why I tell people like fucking if you want to be really Gucci and have open up opportunities, be really, really, really fucking shit hot at land nav. Because I think every advanced specialty that you want to fucking do requires Gucci land nav, no matter what it is. Army SF, Rangers, fucking Scout Snipers, fucking Recon, whatever, your fucking land nav needs to be fucking on point, and it needs to be accurate as fuck. So, yeah, be able to find that mailbox and plot your points and shoot your azimuths and find your true north, magnetic north, and all that shit like that. And you know, it's a mailbox. It's gonna be hard to find. It's meant that way on purpose.
Wait, you had mailboxes?
Mailboxes.
We just had a pole. It was like a metal pole.
Well,
it was about,
see,
like this high.
They were supposed to be mailboxes.
That makes way more sense, though.
They were supposed to be mailboxes, but if the mailbox was on the pole or not, it depends. Sometimes it was knocked off the mailbox and rolled down the hill. Sometimes.
Was there something in the mailbox you had to get? No. It was just go to that point, then you're given your next azimuth from that point, then that point, then that point. You have to write the numbers down. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking like, where's that goddamn? Oh my god.
Yeah. A good time. No.
All right. I think we're done for today.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah. So you know what time it is.
Yeah, it's Justin be a self-promoting douchebag.
Yeah. Fucking Dave. I'm always living at a 7 on land now. Goddamn right. Wait a minute. You have more points on here than we gave you. I found the rest of them. Fuck it.
You found points that weren't even on your fucking sheet. So.
Well, yeah, I got bored. Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
All right. About to do the thing.
All right. Well, let me know when we do the thing, 'cause I can't see.
Thing has been done.
All right. So this is fucking. Hey, bottom line, fucking. There's my Twitch. There's my Twitter. There's my YouTube. I'm starting to do YouTube uploads once a week now. Doing a lot of Ground Branch stuff. I just recently uploaded a video there for Ground Branch with Dave's run through and stuff like that. So working on, I don't know, as far as content wise in the future, since I guess we're going to talk about streams and stuff like that. I don't know what projected future stuff. I guess Star Citizen soon. There's going to be, I am going to delve into 7 Days to Die, some stuff, but mainly it's going to be, you know, the same old stuff. So Fallout 76 and all that good stuff. That's really all I got to say about that. That's your update. Nate, take it away.
So, yes, Nadeface here. Yep. And Nadeface on everything. The Nadeface, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. I think I started a Facebook at one point, but then I realized that I don't give a shit about Facebook. But yeah, YouTube, Nadeface, same on everything. So red and green, funkiest thing. I have seen. But yeah, guys, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 a lot, as well as Fallout 76. I've been switching on and off those. I'm really looking forward to the new. Oh, we didn't talk about Destiny. It's whatever. But new Destiny stuff dropping, Black Armory. It's whatever. We don't, me and Destiny. It's all good. We don't need to talk about it. That's coming out next week, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. And now we're on the both of us screen.
Hey.
And you're super green for some reason. What? Oh, it's kept your filter.
God damn it. Hey, you got enough fucking green over there, okay?
Yeah. You want some blue? You
No.
want some red?
I'm gonna close this call. Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Fuck with me some more.
Yeah, well, thank you all for hanging out. It's TG number 8, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Yep. See y'all on fucking Star Citizen shortly.
Woo!
Yeah.